Welcoming everyone to the show on this second day of this pivotal training and equipping. We want to encourage that we all mute ourselves so that the noise will not encroach. So, Madam BHA, can you mute yourself? Everyone in the house, welcome to the show. Welcome to this second day of this very pivotal equipping for professionals. The need for our service or services at such a time like this cannot be overemphasized. And so, very quickly, we want to say today is going to be a continuation of yesterday where we did stop. And in doing that, for the purpose and benefit of some of us who were not here yesterday, my co-host, Coach Amina Adamu, will pick up the citation, and from there, we'll take the game further to discussing salient issues having to do with why we're here and what we are here for. It's going to be a bit interactive today so that we can rub minds together as professionals, see where the tilt is, and then harmonize without having to fight, but marshal our strength and energies to achieving the best outcome at such a time as this. So welcome on board. Welcome to the show this afternoon. I hope you can see the slide. So, Amina, are you ready? You're going to show your face and we'll hear you. Over to Coach Amina in the house.
Good afternoon. And you realize that and environment is also a plan for reaching exercise so of the pressure, but to the diversity population and peer, diversity of accomplishments and the list of training and activity. Researchers work in the document basically from institutions serving computing tools to school colleagues of SPG is for transformational achievements and organizations. Please so
Thank you so very much, everyone. Welcome to the show and this second day of this critical expedition. So we're going to start from where we stopped yesterday with our assignments. How many of us attempted the assignment? We went through the page, chapter 5 of this book, and you carried out the research on 75 implications of behavioral health person or organization. And like we did say, we said you should go through the page, a few pages where I highlighted 75 characteristics of a behaviorally healthy individual and healthy organization. So we need somebody as a reference, a specimen, to see his score, her score, and to be able to use it as basis for assessment. How behaviorally healthy have I been in my workplace, in my life, in my setup, and as a person? Did anybody make attempt? Some of you downloaded the book. It's still the same. Who made the attempt? You were supposed to score yourself the least 1. You are not flowing very well yet with the question. And the highest 3, if you are blending very well with the issue. And then maybe you feel I'm not blending very well. Let me just give myself average. Then you score 2. Upon all those scoring on the 25 statement, as you do personal reflection. Okay, Amaumi Ashley, you didn't know what to do. Now listen. You will still do it against tomorrow, everybody. Please, as you come in, mute yourself so that there will not be. So I'm explaining what to do now. In this book, like I did say, I'll have to mute everybody. People don't like mute. Good. So listening to the assignment is a very interesting thing, an exciting thing, when you know what to do and do it. In this book in my hand, which most of you have, and those of you who don't have, what to do is go to chapter 5 and read the 75 highlights of a behaviorally healthy person or organization. As you read point number 1, you then do a reflection. Am I practicing this? Am I aware? How well is this working for me? If it's not working for you, you score yourself 1. Or just working very tiny, 1. Where if it is 50-50, Give and take. In that question, you score yourself 2. If exactly that question, that case is describing you, let's go there. Let's do number 1. If it's describing you exactly, you score yourself 3. I have my book. Show me your book if you have yours. Nobody has. Only very few. Okay, thank you, Madam Adeline. You attempted it 214 over 225. Wow, you broke our record. That's good. Well done, madam. I've been needing you to train you as a therapist to take over a region where you are. That's good. So you look at number 1 question. Look at the question, the issue. He said, behavioral health is about your total wellness and productivity from the inside to the outside. You now look at the explanation. How well am I aware that behavioral health is my total wellness? Priority from inside out, not outside in. For me now is a 3 for me. Because this is my message to Africa, to the whole universe, that your behavioral health is a life. See Oluwayomi. It's called this triumph. You won't cause us amo. It's called 225 over 225. So we're saying, how well are you aware? If you are not aware and you say, what? I'm just realizing now. That's 1 over 3 in that question. Then question 2, it is recognizing your essence and giving it all that it takes to making it a reality. For me, is a 3. Because I recognize my essence. That's why I'm busy all the time, fleshing out every area of my essence in order to be fulfilled without being a workaholic. You see, when you know the area of your essence, you just reel out your life and you are catching fun. You don't have time for fight. So for me, it's a 3. So by the time you add all these issues together, you sum them. The total cannot be more than 225, even if you score 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, all true. So meaning 75 times 3, what does it give you? 225. So times 100 over 1 will give you what? Your percentage score in behavioral health. So if you have done that, in principle, this is what you will get. So do you understand now? If you don't understand, let me go over. Do we all understand? If you understand, please write for me in the chat. I understand now. Or let me unmute you. I want to hear your voice. Do we all understand how it works? Do we understand? Is anybody writing? Do we all understand? So then you come to the graph under. If you score 0 to 39, it means you are clueless up to now about behavioral health. And you are in isolation. You are on your own. That's the meaning. If you score 40 to 50 and you think it's a pass mark, you are confused. And where are you? You are apprehensive. If you score 51 to 60 and you think you are good, you are not good. You are carefree. You score 61 to 70, you are only conscious. And possibly in stagnation or what? If you score 71 to 80, you are making contact with behavioral health and are needing manifestation. If you score 81 and above, you are committed and you are in distinction. You are a role model when it comes to behavioral health. So please, everyone who hasn't done this, please do it. We need people who have understanding, either as a coach or as a therapist. Shola, is it ready? And I will be showing you the differences between a coach and a therapist. I am both a coach and as well a therapist. You can be a coach and not a therapist. Most therapists are also coaches because you go a step further to become what? Therapist from coaching. I'll be showing you the differences in the two. I'm showing you how to take up your game. So if you don't have the book, please send to my WhatsApp number. I will send you where you can download the book and it will ever be yours forever. You can use it to do training. You can use it to do packaging. And my intention for all of you who are present, who meets the requirement for this 5-day training, is to make you an institution, behaviorally speaking. If you are into a business, for example, you will become an institution in that arena. You are into marketing, will build around you, behaviorally speaking, to become an institution. If you are into ministry, we build around you to become an institution. So count yourself privileged participating in this training for free. We want to raise you to become an institution. Oh, you say, doctor, I don't even know my area of passion. Don't worry. By the time we go into branding, you will know your tough, you will know your critical core competencies, then and be able to stand out. So my two aims for this training and this equipping is to make you want to stand up and then stand out. Those are my two targets. To do what? Make you stand up and then you stand out. You are excellent in what you do and you are in distinction. People can relate to you and refer to you. People know you as a brand, a unique brand indeed in all that you do. That is what my goal is. My goal is to make you more than where you are now in your career, in your passion, in that which you are doing or planning to do. My goal is to work with you to make you achieve your best self and then to duplicate you into many others, because you are not going to be here forever. You are going to affect lives. You are going to impact society. You are going to change the face of Africa. And doing all this is not a function of prayer alone. You must pray and plan to play your role. You are going to affect the lives of children across generations. Like Chinedu Ikogwe of these lives, who is changing the face of African children to bring them out of what? Vulnerability, criminality, into distinction where they can wield influence and change society. So this platform is going to help you to become your best. It's not just about business, making money. No, you will make meaning. You will become significant. you will contribute to the African climb and become a notable figure. So only 2 people did my assignment today. Please do it. I will still raise it tomorrow. You don't have the book, let me send you the soft copy and you download it and read just chapter 5. 75 highlights of a behaviorally healthy organization or healthy people or family. So if you don't have the book, please DM me now on my telephone number 080. Here's the book I'm talking about. Know and conduct behavioral checks. And my telephone number, look at it here. 08035 999 220. See it here. Write it down. Say, doctor, I need this book. I will send you a Pixstack link where you can download it and it will be yours forever. This is time for excellence. This is time to become the best and to be the best. Can you say after me, I am the best? From today, I confess that James Komolafe is the best. I'm standing up for the best. I'm standing up for the best. The best coach, the best therapist,
the best
in mental
therapist
health in Nigeria, in
Nigeria,
Africa,
in Africa,
career, in packaging. I am the best.
I am the best.
I'm best in my field. I am the best in my area.
I'm the best in my area.
No, you don't say
You are the best.
He does not. It's confusing.
Mr. Oye Johnson, you are saying something else. We are not hearing you are the best. I am the best. So let's take our cliche. Do your hand this way, everyone. Let me put this off so that you can see me very well. Everybody, your hand this way. I see your hand. Omo with me, Ashley. I can see your face. Mr. Oye Johnson, Asuko Duke. Can you do your hand this way? Victoria Praise. Atinuke Kings of this life. Say from today forward.
From today forward.
I will always check up from the neck up.
I will always check up from the neck up.
In order to be sure I am good neck down.
In order to be sure I am good neck down.
And when I am good neck down,
when I am good neck down,
I will be great leg forward, leg forward, leg.
I will be great leg forward, leg forward, leg forward.
I will always check up from the neck up.
I will always check up from the neck up.
In order to be sure I am good neck down.
In order to be sure I am good neck down.
And when I am good neck down,
and when I am good neck down,
I will be great leg forward, leg forward.
I will be great leg forward, leg forward.
Please celebrate yourself. Thank you very much for taking that very critical oath. You need to be good neck down in order to be good neck. And neck up, I mean, in order to be good neck down. So that you can be great leg forward. And those are the 3 subdivisions of either a coach or therapist. Both of them. When you are looking at similarities, Shola, you want to give me the sheet? When you are looking at similarity, they help people neck up. either as a business coach, entrepreneurship coach, ministry coach, any coaching you find yourself, you are helping people how? Neck up. How they see it, how they think it, how they talk it, how they do it. Neck up. So that neck down, skill. Neck up is what? Psychology. Capacity to build content inside is neck up. Why neck down is skill. So psychology is 80%, while skill is 20%. So neck up is so critical in every issue of life. So coaches and therapists help people neck up. Psychology, neck down, mechanics, as Anthony Robbins calls it, or skill building, strategy. Energy is 80, neck up. Mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, they all collocate neck up. If it is wrong neck up, then neck down we have issue. So that's why we see government and governance, they roll out all kinds of policies and laws and all kinds of things, but we don't see changes. We have all those skills and skill set, but once the psychology is wrong, the feelings, the attitude, the thoughts, like I traced for you yesterday, journey into behavior. And when people take the wrong route, they'll get the wrong result, even where there is skill. So that's why that cliche, every day in your mouth, should make meaning. That for people to do the right thing, go the right way, they must do what? Think the right thoughts. They must be the right people in their mind. When we can retune our children to be their right stuff, then they will do the right thing. And then they will go the right journey in life. So what are the differences between a coach and a therapist? A therapist looks for intervention. He wants to solve problems. That's a therapist. He has a puny eyes to see a situation and he wants to intervene. That's a therapist. While a coach, all his concern is improvement via education. You want to write down? Right. Anybody can be a coach. He wants to support you to improve. That's a coach. He motivates you. He drives you towards a goal. While a therapist says, there's a problem here. Let's fix it. I know what to do. Let's hit it. There's a gap. There's a loophole. Let's block it. A therapist is more of an expertise, an expert in a specific skill set, like doctor, like clinical psychologist, like one who trains other. He does not only train, he can dictate fault and issue and fix them. That somebody is a scholar does not make him a therapist. That somebody is a degree holder, a PhD, and a professor does not make him a therapist. He can do lecturing, which is education, but he cannot do intervention. And to the glory of God, with this little noise I'm making, I treat professors. I treat medical doctors. I treat people in high echelon and low echelon of life as a therapist. So when it comes to solving problems and invading into people, they listen to me because I am an expert in that field. Mental Health Africa, I am an expert. So professors of psychology and what have you, they listen to me and get treated via me as a therapist. A coach will tell you the theoretical aspect of it. But to say hit the ground and fix it, they may not be able. They all are good. They have their areas. So my plan for you on this platform is not only to make you a coach, but to see who among you who are few among you who say, doctor, I want to also begin to want to treat like you in my own field. Yours may not be mental health. Yours could be emotional health. Yours could be physical health. Yours could be business health. Yours could be relationship health. Whatever is your passion, I'm going to use this platform to pull it out like a baton and put it in your hand so that you can run with it and become your full version, your full self, and be happy for once to be your better person and your better version and to build an institution around you, if you will permit me. So that's why we move you from your comfort zone to fear zone, move you out of all of those places and get you to the best of yourself. If you are ready, say, doctor, I am ready. Or you write it. You are not ready, say, well, I'm thinking about it.
Doctor, I'm ready. Oh. I'm ready.
Doctor, I'm ready.
Doctor, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. Oh.
Okay. Asana Tosin.
I'm ready.
So
I'm ready.
Okay. So that is it. And there was another difference between a coach and a therapist. A therapist uses what we call evidence-based report to treat. It will not just do trial and error. No. It tells you, look at it. It works it out for you. It uses evidence-based report. I'm trusting God that some of you who are into critical people development sector, like NGO, churches, pastors, missionary, and whatever, will become therapists. You need it. So that while teaching people faith, you will also show them the fact aspect of it and help them balance the figures. I want to raise men and women of faith, fact, and figures for behavioral health. Then we'll have less sickness, less infringement, less problem here and there. Because you are not only a coach, you are also what? A therapist. So a therapist uses evidence-based report to solve problems, while a coach uses solution-focused approach. So, okay, you want to get here, see the road to getting there. It gives you a guide. He is your supervisor. He is your invigilator. That is a coach. You have a journey to make. A coach will tell you how to get there, which is the best of the route. A therapist will say, okay, in this journey, see gap, see loophole, see you are draining already. Don't look away from it. Let's block this gap. Let's sort out this. What a coach will ignore, a therapist will not ignore it. In fact, therapists have puny ears to look at difficulties, to look at problems and issues. And you say, I'm training you like this so that this thing will get into your blood and mingle with you. If I see you for the first time and we converse for 5 minutes, I can tell you 10 things about yourself as a therapist. And I'll say, Madam Aisha Suleiman, so area, what are you doing about it? You won't know when I will take my assessment on you because they are already part and parcel of me. The more I check myself up, neck up, in order to be good how, neck down, so as to be great how, leg forward. The more I help other people to balance, the more I'm seeing gaps. Now, I don't intimidate people with gaps, with loopholes and vacuums, but I encourage them. I empathize with them. I show them. Some don't even know. I will say, man, do you discover that from time to time you feel like this, you think like this? Say, yes, doctor. I even forgot that's the main thing happening to me. I operate like a wizard. You see, when you know your onions and you handle and manage people, people like you for what you do. People get results. They come in with burden, they go out with blessings. They come in despair, hopeless. They leave you full of joy, excited because they met with you. I'm not talking of motivation. Both therapists and coaches uses motivation. Just like a doctor will motivate you and say, madam, don't worry, just this drug. They want to say, this drug, madam, the side effect, only God will help us. No, that's a quack. So you are motivated. So therapists are for interventions, coaches are for improvement. Therapists are experts, while coaches, they use experience to handle cases with you. Therapists uses evidence-based approaches, while coaches uses solution-focused approach. Therapists are usually licensed to carry out diagnosis and to treat, while coaches help you as an individual to achieve your goals and help you build skills for it. So when you have issues that are germane to your persona, your potential, your productivity, coach can just tell you what to do to get it right. But at times, it may still not be right. That's where you need a therapist. Oh, doctor, I can't sleep. Or pastor, I can't sleep. I find it difficult to sleep. You are meeting a coach for a pastor and another coach for a sleep or a motivational coach. Do you know they will give you answers? But you know what? The answer will be from their various perspectives. What is their perspective? A pastor as a coach will tell you, don't worry, God will help you. He will give you one or two scripture. And pray for you and say, just believe. But you still come back and say, doctor or pastor, I still cannot sleep. A motivational speaker will give you some affirmations to make and all of that. Yes, triumph. There are licensed coaches. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to carrying out therapy, you need to be licensed by an institution, organization, and all of that. For therapists, coaches, yes, you need license to do things and all of that. But I'm talking about the area of what have you when it comes to treatment and handling critical intervention. Coaches don't do intervention. They do education. They do motivation. They help you to see where you are going, how to get there, and all of that. But when you have crises in the journey, you need therapists. You need beyond just coaching. So, therapists could be so formal and procedural, while coaching could be a mutual arrangement to achieve a goal, a focus, and a purpose. What are their similarities? They all check up from the neck up to be sure you are good how? Neck down. And when you are good neck down, you will be great leg forward. So they play supportive roles. They support their clients. They also play goal-oriented roles. They drive you towards a particular goal. And then they empower. Both of them empower. So everybody write for me. Which one are you and which one will you love to be? Aisha Suleiman, which one are you? Baba, which one are you? Write for me. Are you a coach? Are you a therapist? Do you want to be a coach? Do you want to be a coach therapist? Write for me everywhere. Oye Johnson. Ademola, which one are you? Caroline Ajasa, therapist. Sylvester, both. Okay. Who again? Who is not writing? Omawumi Ashley, both. Good. Okay. Aisha Suleiman, good. You love to be both? Okay, good. Whether you are both or not, we'll try our best in your own area to show you how you can be both. It's better to be both. As you see me, I do mental health training and I also do psychotherapy. I handle cases. Since that is my area, I handle cases on both. I'm an expert when it comes to teaching it. And then when there are cases, I can take diagnosis, show you the prognosis, and every other thing. And you say, our world is so dynamic now that if you are a coach, please insist to also be a therapist on that area. So how many of you are coaches already on your area? You want to be deepened, and you are saying, doctor, please, I want to also be trained to handle cases and to do behavioral invasion, where I explore into people, express what I see in them, and also establish them on a better footing. That is therapy. How many of you are ready to be trained? Good. That's good. We'll see what we can do to get you to that feat. We'll do online there. And those of you who are in Abuja here with me, we'll see what we can do to support your bid to achieving that. Now, from yesterday, we handled some certain issue. Let's go back to yesterday on the behavioral health training, where we showed you about your various zones. Let's go back to zones that we took yesterday. How many of you remember the zonal thing we did? Which zone are you? Yes. Let's see the various zones and what you could make out of it. Now look at the zones here. I told you yesterday, I'm going to teach you today how to navigate from the zone you are to the zone you are supposed to be. And the process is called leapfrogging. How do I leapfrog? From where I am to where I am supposed to be as a coach. What is the idea of leapfrogging? What is it all about? Some of you who missed yesterday class, you missed a huge lot. Go back to the platform and play the replay. I've posted it since last night. Go back there. You need to understudy this very well, either as a coach or as a therapist. This is where it all begins from. Enlargement within, expansion within delivers what? Expression in the field of service. Don't ever forget that as a coach. The expansion you have within you gives you what? The expression you are going to have in the field when having cases to handle. And like I told you, you cannot be in the region of comfort zone. Can you see comfort zone? Where you are only feeling safe and in control of yourself only. And you want to manage people in learning zone. So you need to grow. And then you need all these zones. Any coach or therapy who hasn't gone through all of this is not matured yet. So leapfrogging is your capacity to take positive decision, to appreciate the zone you are, penetrate that zone, and to make contribution to yourself based on the demands of the zone. I brought out another APC now. Doctor, what must I do in the zone I find myself? A, B, C. Appreciate the zone. The zone you don't appreciate will either depreciate you and will not deliver people in that zone to you as a therapist or as a coach. So appreciate it. Oh, appreciate the fact that you are in growth zone, so that growth can give to you what it has. It's a law of attraction. Don't say, well, my own is comfort zone. Appreciate it, that it has given you comfort first, except that you are small, packaged, tiny bit, just in control of yourself only. You are not expanded. Appreciate it. Then penetrate it. It's a rule of courtesy. You want to greet somebody, you stretch your hand. Oh, how now? And you are stretching hand. What happens at the other side? The person also gives you his or her hand. And then you can penetrate. So how do we do this and that? And then you can make contribution. Every zone requires that for two reasons. How many reasons? For two reasons. One, for you to have experience of that zone. Two, for you to be able to experiment with that zone with another person. So that you share your experience with people in therapy. Very vital. The zone you have not penetrated yourself, appreciated, penetrated, cannot be a grant for contribution for others or to yourself. So we need what I call the process of leapfrogging. So to leapfrog as a therapist or as a coach needs 5 elements. What's the first one? Decision. You have to decide. I want to leapfrog. I want to do APC on this zone I found myself. I am decided. And then in leapfrogging is a combination of 2 words. Leap and then what? Frog. To leap means to take steps, to take advances. Frogging means to improve. So you take steps to say, hey, I'm too much here. I need next level. So the first thing you do is to take a positive decision. I decide I can't remain here. I decide I must deepen vertically, horizontally, unilaterally. I decide. Take decision to improve. Then to determination. What's the difference between determination and decision? In decision, you only say, I will do it. I'll go by it. In determination, you now put yourself under stringent rule to be able to keep to your decision. You put yourself under laws, under objectives, under various things. What I will do, what I will not do, to be able to achieve that which I want to do. Put yourself under a compulsion of what you will do, what you will not do. Then number 3, you do definition. You define what you want. You define where you are going. You define it. And then number 4 is destination. How do I get there? And then number 5 is distinction. What do I need to do to get in there? And all these 5, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot do on your own. Somebody is not muted now and is disturbing us again. Let me mute everybody for now. Now, all these 5, you can't do alone. The only single denominator you need to be able to arrive is called customized mentorship package. You need me to draft out a particular mentorship program for you that is akin to your passion, so that you can move your narratives from comfort zone via fear zone to learning zone to growth zone. So how many of you in the house would be ready to say, doctor, package me across these zones? I want to decide. I want to determine. I want to define my zone, my position, and get to destination. You know what I will do for you? I will build custom-made courses for you based on your area of passion. Online, offline, on-site. And I will set you up and give you incentive to be your best self. And this, I can do it in 8 weeks for you. 8 weeks program online with assignment, with certification, and all that. So if you are ready for that, send to my WhatsApp now, packaging. Don't just write here. This is Zoom. Send to my WhatsApp number. I am ready for customized packaging. That is my number for you here. Send to my WhatsApp. Put your name. Then I will request for your corporate profile, if you have one, your photograph, and then I will use it with this training to build a curriculum that is best fitted for you, and then train you online, certify you, whether as a coach or therapist or both. It depends on content and context you want to create. So send to my WhatsApp now, I want to be packaged. Take me through the customized packaging. I have over 100 people on my mentorship class, cutting across Nigeria and some other places. Some of them are MD CEO of banks, director generals, directors of public institutions, general overseers of churches, business moguls in Nigeria, and starters. Oh, doctor, can I afford you? All of you can afford me. In fact, it will get to a point we will work together. I'll bring you on my platform, DSTV, TV, and showcase your brand and help you generate resources. These are some of the opportunities you have. So send to my WhatsApp number. I am ready, and then I will organize for you. Send you the forms, 4-page form. We fill it, send it back. Me and my team will sit down, break down all your curriculum, rearrange everything, brand you to be the coach in your own critical area, your core competencies around your passion, and then you get established and become an institution, not just an individual. So very vital. So let's go further. Some of you may have seen this. I deliberately created it today to show you further where we are going. Richard Bello, I can see your face beside my friend. So we are deliberately done this to show you that on a critical note, your potential must come out. In behavioral health, we're very, very careful about 3 areas. 1, your personality, who you are by reason of your holistic health, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. 2, your potential by the reason of your holistic strength, given your skill, your competence, your talents, your gifts, your enthusiasm, your passion. We want to see it. And then we are very concerned about your production, which is your wealth. So you need your health to discover your strength in order to make your wealth, personality, potential, and what? Production. And so we have variables and values for all this to help you be the best and to help all others. So that at the end of the day, you become a powerhouse that is engaging other platforms, engaging people, and becoming a brand of your own status. That's where we are going. So, you need to quit your comfort zone. If you have not done this assignment, do it tomorrow and submit. You don't have the book, send to me. I'll send you a link where you will download the book, read about the 75 issues of a behaviorally healthy person, and do your own. Let's see where you fall in. So how many types of leapfrogging do we have? It is 3. The first one is called vertical leapfrogging. Vertical what? Leapfrogging. Sorry, I think leapfrogging should be double G. That is the leapfrogging you do vertically by identifying with your mentors, coaches, superiors, authority figure. You can't be a coach or therapist who have nobody over you that you are submitting to, that is checking your work. You are a dangerous person. You must have somebody ahead of you who supervises your work, what you do, how you carry up. So that's vertical leapfrogging. They push you up to achieve your best. Then you have, so can you see the arrow going up and down? You leapfrog across board, vertically, up and down. Then you have horizontal leapfrogging. And what does that tell you? You can't be a therapist or a coach who hates relationship. You must build relationship. You must build vertical relationship and horizontal relationship. You will meet people who are more than you, people who are at your level, and people who are below your level. A coach or therapist does not despise anyone. So in vertical leapfrogging, you learn lessons from people who are up, who are where you are, and then people who are below you. You are responsible. As you are keeping relationship, you are also keeping responsibility across the board, not neglecting anyone. Then in horizontal leapfrogging, what do? You look at your sides. Who are the people running with you? Who are the people on your right hand, your critical team, maybe 3? Who are the people on your left hand? Your surveillance team, maybe 12. You must have people across these various frontiers who you are engaging with as a therapist and as a coach. So when I am packaging you, I'm going to help you generate your vertical leapfroggers, your horizontal leapfroggers, and then we have the combined leapfrogging. They are just all around you. Up, beside, down, and then all around. I would suggest you do combined leapfrogging in order to jump out of a zone very quickly and fast to be able to experience the next zone. Now, I want you to tell me if you are here and there is a zone you have never experienced out of these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, out of these 4. Tell me anyone you have never experienced, especially if you are in growth zone. Triumph, Madam Aisha Suleiman, is there any zone here you have not experienced? Sylvester, anyone? Golden Faith, Ashley, anyone? Okay, I muted you. Let me unmute you now. Is there anyone?
I have experienced all around them. You
All
said.
right. All right. And that's what gives you expertise. Expertise is not only what you learn through studying. An expert is one who has been taught and he has also been caught. You are taught some certain lessons and you also catch some lessons. 2 lessons you take. Lessons that are taught and lessons that are caught. You catch it by experience. You are taught it by exercise. Very vital. So, I've not experienced the growth zone. And you are where? You are, okay. And it's because you are moving. What I meant to say, triumph, is maybe you find yourself in growth zone, which is the highest. Meanwhile, you said, I was never afraid. No fear zone, no learning zone. That's what I mean. Not that you are in learning zone and you need to grow in some other areas. Yes, I've experienced all the zone, but having fully been established in the growth zone, that's why you are here. And that's why the mentorship thing is very critical. That is good. So let's go on quickly to today's class on a very pivotal note. So, the greatness of the zone navigation. How do I navigate from one zone to the other? We call it the 7E model for coaches and therapists. How do you navigate? How do you leapfrog? Every leapfrogging must bring you this 7. When you don't have it, you are a quack. Who are you when you don't have this 7 step? You are a quack. Practicing what? Quackery. So what's the first thing? You must encounter the zone. You are in fear zone. What are the 3 things in fear zones? Encounter it. Because it is your encounter that will become an experiment for another person. Encounter it. Encounter the zone. Comfort zone. Encounter it. Know how it feels. When somebody is in the comfort zone, they are serious. They say, well, I'm okay. It doesn't matter now and all that. They feel satisfied. So that when you meet them, you'll be able to help them. The first thing to leapfrog is what? Encounter. We call it navigation model. 7E navigation model. You encounter the zone. What is in the learning zone? During the phase, what happened? I was thirsty of knowledge. I developed new skill. I grew challenges. And then one thing about these zones is that anyone your client is, make him do APC there and then move him out of that place. He's in comfort zone. He's always feeling safe, and I just like the way I am now. Everything is fine. Even when you know he can achieve more, let him know you are small. Let him know you are just a tiny bit too, and expose him to where the next zone, which look like fear. They say, no, leave me, I'm okay here, I don't want to put too much on myself, and then they start giving excuses and raising opinion. Tell them that's the fear zone. Experience it. And then move them out of fear zone to learning zone. Help him to develop knowledge, new skills, wanting to be challenged, and all of that. And you move them out. So let me run through the 7 for you. What's the first one? Encounter. You have to encounter it before you can make others to encounter it. Then number 2 is what? What is number 2? Exercise.
Exercise.
Any zone you encounter, there are certain exercises you must carry out. And what do you do in exercise? You release energy. You build energy there and also release energy into it. Do the exercise. Do the requirement. Okay, it's fear. Okay, I'm used to fear. Okay, this is how it could be when somebody is afraid. So that when you have a client who is fearful, you say, well, I was there before. I experienced it. No, before it becomes experience, it is first encounter. From encounter to what? Exercise. What's the third thing? Experience. Now, what's the difference? In exercise, you release your energy to it and you get a feedback. In experience, you are used to it. It has become a part of you. And then that leads to what? Expertise. You can define it. You can describe it. You can explain it to people. And then from there, start creating what? Expectation to leave that zone. And then experiment what is in the next zone. Take the bull by the horn. Very vital. This growth zone, I want to taste what is there. And in growth zone, it talks about purpose, about significance, about blessing others. And you start attituding your mind, tuning your mind towards that end. You experiment it. And from experimentation, what does it take you to? Excellence. So what is excellence? It is not a virtue. It is a work by deliberate creation. Through how many steps? 7 steps. Everybody say, I am excellent.
I am excellent.
I am excellent.
Excellent.
I plan to be excellent.
I plan to
I
be
want to be excellent.
So what are the 7 steps that takes you to the staircase of excellence? Number 1.
Encounter.
Number 2.
Exercise.
Number 3.
Experience.
Number 4.
Expertise.
Number 5.
Expectation.
Number 6.
Experimentation.
And then number 7.
Excellence. Excellence.
Laugh for yourself. So what is the journey I then need to take? Now that you know the 7 steps to the staircase, the first journey is what we call establishing your 4-dimensional framework. And this is it. Where are you facing? Where are you coming from? Who are the people around you? Shola, I'm on generator for 5 minutes. Who are the people around you? Who are you looking up to? Who are the people by your side? Who are the people down you? You must be able to position. Nature, nurture, culture, pasture, scripture. There are 13 things now that affects your positioning. I want to be able to see Omawumi Ashley Oni and to say, yes, I know what she's looking up to. I know people beneath her. I know people on her right and on her left. If you don't stand up for something, you will do what? Fall for everything. So your first journey as a therapist must create what? A dimensional framework around your life on 4 areas. That is the first one. See the second journey. It's not enough to have a framework. People you look up to, people down, people around you. You need what we call a safety net. Personal safety net that creates a firewall inside you. I'm going to the deep now. I hope you are still following. Don't assume you know what I am saying as I'm training you, because you can't be a therapist and a coach who has no firewall.